Hello and welcome to another special Franchise Hockey Manager 4 stream. My name is Adam. I am the Community Manager of Franchise Hockey. Not with me is FHM producer Jeff, who's been up working hard all night getting ready the new FHM update, which is update. It is now version 4.456. And you can now download that through Steam if you have the Steam copy, or off of our website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button, which will take you to our official forums, and you can find and download the update from there. Taking a quick look at what is new in the update, we can see there's been a significant amount of non-bug fix level changes. So what we've previously went over in a few streams, player comparison has now been added. Some noticeable performance improvements. The way historical player ratings are handled, you'll see a little bit more up and down in players. We'll get to talk more about that. If there's something new pops up, we'll be watching for it as well. So what's new? So comparisons. We rewrote certain stuff to increase processing. So you should see you should see your sims go a little bit faster. Said on average we see a 9 to 10 minute improvement on year-long sims. So the injury section in pre and post game reports no longer are being shown in out category. Players with minor injuries will be listed under day to day. User teams is now highlighted in all caps, which we previously went over. An earlier version, if you've been watching our streams, you would have seen mine look significantly bigger than the rest. That was actually one of the bugs that we have changed, and so you should notice, if you saw yesterday's stream or see today's, you should notice it looks a little bit different. Just a few other things that have popped up, like Champions League games that would occasionally show up in Montreal's arena for some reason. Should be now all eliminated. And so fix an issue on Max that was causing an incorrect font size. Lots of little changes, some big changes. Another one of the big changes here we can see changes historical player generation at startup and season recalc that allows us to better represent players' careers that weren't smooth up and down curves. Basically, the system overrides the default calculations for them with more accurate for particular anomalous seasons. So one of the big names here obviously is like Teemu Selanne. So Teemu obviously started off with a 76 goal campaign in his rookie season, and then he did play fairly well, but he had one very poor year when his knees were basically gone, along with his teammate Paul Correa when they played in Colorado. That just about ended his career. And so you're going to see kind of that. And again, it lists the example of Jose Theodore, who had an MVP quality season in 2001, and just kind of changes a little bit more stuff. So another big update, bridge contract frequency has been reduced again. Because we have been putting in cuts to try and make that show up a little bit more than what's actually happening in the NHL as it currently is. We will continue to work on it, and again, another big update and more coming on the way over time. So back to our Florida Panthers game. We simmed all the way to November 1st, which is where we ended last. We were 5-7-10 for 10 points. We're currently sitting 12th in the Eastern Conference. We're not doing that great, but we're not doing that bad. We're better than we were last time. We've completely redone the team. If you missed yesterday's, our depth chart looks significantly different. We picked up John Carlson. We restacked basically the farm team, which we're going to look at in 1 second because we didn't really look. We still have some noticeable, the best way to say is, we're not great in some spots, but we are getting better. So Jamie McKinn, for instance, has fallen to 1.5 stars. Maybe we start looking at replacing him. In fact, let's. He's got 7 points. Let's just shop him around. See what we get. What would a Jamie McGinn get? So Montreal is offering Jordy Ben and a 6th round choice. No. Chris Mueller from Toronto. No. Brian Lashoff. Teams know that he's on the last year of his contract, so they're not going to offer a huge amount. And that's kind of being reflected quite a bit right now. Marion Gabrick. Again, big contract. Not a terrible trade, but we don't need to pick up that contract. Honestly, it might be better just trying to make this move myself. Kevin Porter. Ben Lovejoy. Mason Mitchell. Mitch Callahan. So maybe we hold on and we'll readdress this. Nothing major coming out, so that's fine. But what it does tell me is maybe I need to look down on our minor team and see if we can find somebody who maybe fits what we want to do a little bit better and get rid of another 1.5 star guy. So let's go down to our minor league team. And we'll actually check to see how they're doing in the standings first. And the Springfield Thunderbirds are sitting at 4-5-1, so 1 game under 500. -2 goal differential at home. They're even away. They're 2-3. Overall, not really too bad. Solomon Knight, who used to be P-Wog, I believe, says go Wings. Is Mr. Z long retired? No, Mr. Z is still playing. I think you trade the #1 pick for Mr. Z. Yeah. I don't think so. We already have Pavel Datsyuk there, P-Wog. And Gudu Creative has shown up, so hi, Gudu. Just taking a quick look again here. So let's look and see if we can find somebody. Do we have anybody who's worth bringing up right now? We don't have anybody who's 2 stars. So that to me tells me we don't need to exactly be pushing to have somebody in here yet, which is good to know. Maybe we're not in quite as big a move. We got some guys who are going to be on this team eventually, like Oliver Borkstrand. Jason Dixon easily could get called up at some point. But let's just kind of leave them and hopefully they keep coming up. Or maybe we eventually look to see what we can find on that trade market. So we're just going to leave the team as it is then. Alright, so let's advance. Skip says, hi there, I've been watching a couple of your YouTube videos and Twitch video on demands for the past couple of months. Glad I finally caught a video. Well, thanks for coming out. I tried doing some occasional streams during the day to try and help people who otherwise can't make our Wednesday night streams. And so McKnight says, does Grand Rapids have a superstar player? That's a great question. We'll take a look here once we finish loading to the next day here. And we'll just take a quick look. And board confidence update. So Vinny Viola thinks the season has progressed decently so far, but we need to maintain the performance. The performance last few weeks has confirmed this impression of 5-7-0. But more importantly, he is happy with us. And unfortunately, we just got Tristan, our backup goalie, just got hurt. Alright, how badly is he? He's not too badly hurt, at least. He can still play. Oh, good news. He moved up to 2 stars. I did not know that. Awesome. He was only at 1.5. That's too bad he got his face cut, though. Alright, doing a favor for Solomon Knight and checking out Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids does have some players by the looks of it. Now, we don't have them fully scouted, but we can see Gustav Lindstrom is on the team, has 3 points, playing defense, 3.5 star potential. Philip Honert, 2-star talent, 3-star potential. Not bad at all. So there's a couple players on Grand Rapids. Martin Frick. And Lane Zablocki. Alright, interesting. 265 penalty minutes in 72 games, along with 77 points. Nice. Like it. Alright, so game versus San Jose. We're just going to kind of keep moving here. I'm not expecting us to do significantly well. This is all pretty much about us developing for next year. We lose in overtime, 4-3. So we have, we switched to new tactics, so we have 24 shots, 8 penalty minutes. We'll take a look at the tactics in a second. So we scored 2 goals. They tied it up. Oh, wow, that was quick. We scored minute 32 in power play goal. Awesome. 3:20 in, again, 3:51 they tie it. And we lose in overtime. Whoa, 5 seconds left in overtime. That hurts. 6 seconds left. And Jonathan Huberdeau got hurt. Minor injury, sore ankle, day to day. Alright. Hunter Schittenkirk got hurt. Day to day is missing 5 days. Nope, minor injury again. Alright. Nick Bistad is converted to right wing. Okay, Schittenkirk is actually missing, so we are going to have to call someone up. So who do we have who's kind of protected? Let's call up. A lot of guys trying to score and not scoring. Disappointing. Alright, let's call up Glenn Godwin. He actually just signed his first contract, I believe, with Calgary. That just happened yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So Schittenkirk we're going to replace with Godwin. Those guys. Okay, so our new tactics too. You can see we are playing shoot the puck and the 1-3-1 forecheck. We are coming along. We were playing stay in your lane. We moved on to shoot the puck. We're up to 4, so we're getting pretty close to being where we want to be. 1-3-1 forecheck. That's been our go-to. That we're building towards. We have some defensemen now, but it's just going to take us a while to get there. Further, our power play tactics, we switched to the 1-3-1 power play tactic. This just works a little bit better because of the defensemen we have. So our first power play, we have 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. Our second power play, we have 2 defensemen on, but it looks like it should work pretty well as well. And so a player needs to be assigned a new number because we just called him up. So Glenn Godwin, he would like to be number 23. We don't have a 23, so why not give it to him right now? And we will continue. So that was our first overtime loss of the season, too. Come on, good. I guess I should actually check to see how Keaton Ellerby has made his way back into the league playing with Vancouver. Alright, I'm just curious. So he is 2.0 star potential. Good for him. Always liked Keaton LRB when he played with Winnipeg. Okay, good. We're still on the right track then. Samuel Morin, who we picked up on waivers, is almost 100%. Good. We're actually going to play through this game. Luongo's really got to pick it up. 7 games played, only 2 wins, and an .899 save percentage. That is not good enough. We can see right away Winnipeg's defense is significantly better than our offense. Our power play is up on their penalty kill, and their offense is better than our defense. Ooh. So we'll kind of play this out and see how it goes. Nothing Winnipeg. And we only managed 4 shots on the period. Ugh. So let's look at our strategy and see if we can make a few adjustments. Couple more tactic changes and we should actually be we will put some more pressure on them. Defenseman. Ooh, 1. Let's take it stay-at-home defenseman. Alright. Alright, there's some changes. So our tactics, maybe we flex a little bit. I'm going to hit play, and we'll see how period 2 goes. And Tyler Myers makes it 2-0. And Winnipeg's got all the momentum. Now, Winnipeg made it into the playoffs last year. I can't remember if they made it to the second round or not. But I think they did. So they're not a bad team. Let's see, they have some changes. Andrew Shaw's on the team now. Connor Murphy. Luke Green. Carl Hagelin. Brennan Lemieux. Logan Stanley. Jack Roslovic. Some guys have just came up, so they dumped some other guys. Getting lots, only 13 shots on that. And of course we're losing. But Owen Tippett scores to break the shutout at least. We're just getting out muscled at this point. And empty net goal to make it 4-1. And we lose again. Disappointing. But what are you going to do? At least we broke the shutout. And continuing. See what we got. So Sergei Mozikin is back. Ah, that's good. Samuel Morin is back. Scouting reports. Keaton Ellerby was claimed on waivers by Ottawa. Bobby Butler was claimed by the Avalanche. Alright, so we have Mozikin back, so let's get him back into the lineup. And so what I think that means then is we will send Godwin back down. We can dress Mozikin. And create our lines again. And Mozikin comes back in on our first line, which gives us just a little more depth all the way across. Alright. And so we see a trade between Buffalo and the Sabres. Ben Udes and Jason Pominville go to the Coyotes for Louis Dominique and Dave Boland. Interesting. Shinkarek is back soon. I don't think we have any point to make any noticeable changes. Huberdeau is a little bit hurt, but he'll be back. Shinkarek, when Shinkarek's back healthy, I think we'll maybe actually take a look at, or should we now? 8 points. So who needs a left winger? And what could we get? Arizona, Boston, Calgary, Chicago, Columbus. Arizona seems like the smartest play at this moment. Trade him out of our... We don't really want the guy in our Eastern Conference. So what would they give us for Jamie McGinn? Oh, Arizona can't add this much salary. Okay, well that makes it easy then. Alright, let's talk Boston then. That was down to Eggenberger. 31 points in 18 games. Awesome. Alright, Boston. What can Boston give us? They do not have a lot of unsigned prospects. We don't really want a player right now. I think it's hardly likely they'll take a second round pick. Yeah, I'm not surprised. What about a third rounder? Okay, if I offer a third and a fourth and I send back a sixth, no, not enough. I send back a fourth. I think this is a well-balanced offer. We ask for a third, we send them a fourth and McGinn for their third. Let's offer the trade. We'll see where we're at. And game versus Philadelphia. Zoom it out, and we lose in overtime. 2-1. Alright. Not terrible. Not great. Not terrible. 28 shots on net. We take 20 minutes on penalties again. Uncool. What are we getting penalized so much for? Wow, that was all 2-minute penalties too. Rough. But the good news is we gathered another point, and so we're up to 12 points on the year. And we can see a new storyline has come up. Dressing room shenanigans. Cast. New York players. New York players Adam Pellich and Evander Kane are in hot water with head coach Doug Waite for a series of pranks aimed at other teammates and at one another. These guys are adults, said the Islanders' boss, and they're supposed to be professionals. Why are they acting like a couple of clowns is beyond me. According to Waite, both players will be fined if the behavior continues. Pelech, however, doesn't see why his head coach is getting all worked up. We're just having a little fun, blowing off steam. He doesn't need to call us out in public, and just fining us would be taking it way too far. Kane was slightly more diplomatic. It's embarrassing to be singled out like that. I guess I need to take things a little more seriously from now on. Oops. And so we can see Huberdeau is almost ready. Shinkaruk is almost ready. Awesome. Maybe we'll get lucky, and by the time he's healthy and ready to go, we can ship Jimmy McGinn out of here. Huberdeau is back and Shinkaruk is back. If you have unread messages and you click continue, you're going to get taken to the message screen. So you can click read all messages or click through them, depending on which you want to do. But the game wants to make sure you don't miss a very important message. Again, if you're in the chat right now and you haven't checked out, you should have an update to get. So Tristan Jerry is also back. Awesome. Bruins say no. Our trade is close to being alright, though. If I throw the rights into a player I don't want anyways. Oh wait, that's my pick. I definitely don't want to give up my pick. But they throw in a 7th rounder. And we'll just ask for the 7th rounder. We'll just see where it's at. Games versus Buffalo and Ottawa. Let's start Jerry since he hasn't started in a while. He's now officially healthy. Sim it out. And we win our game. Awesome. 3-2. Semyon Varlamov is now with Buffalo as well. Interesting. No goals scored in the first period. They get up. Or sorry. Yeah, they're up 2-1 on us. Before we rally, thanks to Jonathan Huberdeau scoring a power play goal. And then an even strength goal for us to take the lead and the win. Awesome. Also, Super Pump Jerry has now hit 2 stars, which means he is now as good as our last goalie was, James Reimer, and significantly younger and with more potential. So awesome. We have Luongo back in net for this game. We sim it out and we lose 4-1. Ouch. Tippett scores to make it 1-1, and then we just continue to blow the game. Interesting. Scouting reports. We added some more scouts too. We got guys kind of everywhere looking at everything. I like building through the draft, so I like having lots of scouts. I mean, you can see here. We have lots of scouts. Got lots of guys in Europe, top in Europe, guys in the U.S., guys all over Ontario, Western Canada. We're searching for the best guys we possibly can. Including, we have one guy who is just looking at National Hockey League players to make sure. Central Europe, Atlantic, Eastern. Everywhere. Scout everywhere. We don't have anyone in Minnesota, though, which is interesting. At least I didn't see anyone there quick. But that's okay. They should get covered by all the rest. Kevin Pickard is on waivers. At 3 stars, he is kind of tempting. Okay, Boston will not add the 7th round pick. Let's just remove it and ask for the 3rd round pick. I don't really care about a guy who's 1 star for rights. I wonder if I can change that 4th, though, into something else. Like, what about a 5th round pick? Oh, let's just offer that. Again, just try and see what happens. So Calvin Pickard is really tempting. But he's on a 4-year deal for $2.3 million. This isn't actually terrible. If I knew for sure Luongo was going to retire at the end of this year, I probably would definitely grab him. But we got Jerry, and Jerry's playing well. We got 2 goalies up and coming. We picked up Eric Comrie, and we have Samuel Montrembault. Both guys are kind of splitting time, and they're doing okay. I think we can't do it. It would be a bad call for us to do. Unless we immediately try to change. And so they never learn. Follow up to the story. Second part 2. Barely a week after the last outburst, Adam Pelech and Evander Kane were back at it. This time, Adam Pelech was caught nailing his teammates' skates to the locker. When Evander Kane went to grab them, he ended up ripping off the whole locker out of the wall. Coach Doug Waite fined Adam Pelech and was overheard telling him, "You'll pay for the blanking repairman to come in and fix this." When confronted by the media, Adam Pelech was quoted as saying, "I'm sorry that my prank got out of hand. We just came off a tough loss, and I wanted to lighten the mood." And so we play the Rangers. We're going to put Jerry back in net. And we lose again, only getting 14 shots on net. Disappointing. Lots of penalties again. We only took 6 minutes. We got to capitalize on those power plays. So the Bruins still just, they really want that 4th round pick. All right, I think I can do that. If we pick up a 3rd round pick, which we might be able to swing into something else, I'm okay with giving up the 4th round pick of the Minnesota Wild. Trade between Columbus and Edmonton, Kirill Maximov for Lucas Sedlik. All right. Minor injury has Vincent Trocheck out day to day. He suffered a bruised calf, and he's so hurt he can't get in. So we'll replace him with Shinkrek comes in. Just taking a quick look. Let's take restricted free agents off. And if I'm just looking at forwards, is there any forwards who could come in and be of support for us? Frederick Peterson, 43 games played in the NL. National League with Zurich, 40 points. Nothing outstanding here. I think I'd rather go with the guys we got. All right, good to know. Gouda Creative. Now the owner should get involved and give an ultimatum. Trade Pelech or you're fired. Well, that could happen at some point. But it's not in that storyline. I know that much. And Crosby was hurt and he's going to miss 3 weeks. Ooh, Toronto beat up on Vegas 9-0. Ouch. Tavares had 4 points. Toronto might be kind of a powerhouse now with Tavares. Even more than they already were. Actually, another thing to do, I'm just going to quickly check, see who's on the trading block, see if there's anybody of interest. Bobby Ryan is still on the trade block. A lot of guys with too many years left, and not a lot of young guys. So, alright, good to know. Game versus Toronto, they're 14-5 and 0. We're 6-10 and 0. We're probably going to get destroyed during this game. So I'm going to leave Luongo in net because he's been playing terrible anyways. And we actually just lose in overtime. I am okay with that. That's a solid game from us. Barkov, Browitsky. And we give up an overtime goal, Tavares assisted by Matthews. A lot of penalties from us again. But we'll take the point where we can get it. Great night for one of our prospects. Philip Khrushchev has 3 goals and 1 assist, 4 points in 21 minutes and 34 seconds. Awesome. So we do have some guys coming in the future. Put Jerry in net again for this one, submit out, and we win. Win 4-2. Awesome. Jerry might actually be our #1 goalie, it seems. He's the guy who just keeps on winning. So the question is, should I actually make that change? And should Tristan Jerry actually be our #1? I'm going to let the chat decide. That trade has been accepted, so Jamie McGinn is gone. And we pick up another 3rd-round pick. And if Trocheck's not back, then we're going to have to call somebody up. And he's not, so we're going to have to call up. Why is he upset? Lucas Walmart is upset that his captaincy level was reduced and his ice time was taken away. You know what? He's had 4 goals. He's unhappy, so maybe we should bring him up. We need a guy to ride the bench anyways. So we'll bring him up for now, and he can come dress for his first game. And we are going to make the change, and Jerry is going to be our new #1 goalie for right now. And we'll see how it goes. And of course he loses that first game, and we get destroyed. He gives up 6 goals. It's like he knew it was going to happen. Man, we were down 4-1 or 4-0 before we got our first goal. And a couple more in period 3, but just overall kind of destroyed. Hallmark needs to be assigned a number. He would like 32. Sure. Oh, he's slightly less sad now that he's up. I believe Walmark was actually one of the players I signed to be just give us some more depth in the AHL for this exact reason. We needed some more players, but we have a priority on trying to develop guys. So that would be our number one concern. Just to check, he was signed. Yeah, he was signed as a free agent by us. Former third-round pick of Carolina. Trocheck is back soon. Game versus Chicago. Let's leave Jerry in net again, see what happens. And we lose again. Ouch. And he's gone cold. That's about as worse as you can get. Oh, Josh Morrissey is with Chicago. How did that happen? Signed as a free agent. Oh, okay, signed by Chicago. Okay, so he was traded there for Connor Murphy and Andreas Soderberg. Alright, that makes more sense. So apparently our number one goaltender is cursed, no matter who it is. I guess that's kind of what we can see out of this. Also, I'm going to make one change and just try it out. We're going to switch back to stay in your lanes for right now. And see if that makes any difference to what we're doing. Oh, is he ready? No, Trocheck's not ready to come back yet. I'm not saying it's going to help. I'm just curious if it will. We're still kind of 3 stars. We just got to 5 stars. So we were at 4 not that long ago on stay in your lanes. I'm just curious kind of what's going to happen since we go back to this and see what we do. And we lose our first game with Luongo back in net. We lose 8-6. Well, we're getting some goal scoring. That's the good news. We scored 4 goals in the 3rd period, but we gave up 3. Ouch. Bean, Yurko, McCann, Datsuk, Tippin, Wazikin, Ekblad, Barkov. So we scored 3 straight goals, gave up 2 goals, scored another goal, and gave up another goal late. No, a minute after. Not even a minute after. Disappointing. Corey Perry has a great game because he scores 4 goals. Well, overall, not a bad switching back to that tactic. Maybe we just aren't quite ready for shoot the puck yet. Philip Kurashev has 3 goals in 23 minutes of ice time, 8-2 win. Nice. Game versus Ottawa. Leave Luongo in net, send it out, and we win. All right, 4-3 win for us. Down 1-0, we storm back very quickly. Oh, 6 seconds to go down the ice and score. Lucas Wallmark has 2 assists on the year, playing up already. Guy is happy to be here, apparently. Jared McCann is out day-to-day, and Jake Bean is day-to-day. Oh, man. So that means, I guess, Samuel Morin comes back into the lineup. Also will replace with Morin. Wrong one. McCann will replace with Trocheck. I'll just let these lines kind of redo here. Trocheck's back on the first line. Okay, there we go. And we continue on. Trocheck is fully back. All right. If you haven't, or if you missed some of our earlier streams, which are now archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments, you also know we are not in control of any national team. We had a chance to take the under-20 Russian team, I believe, but decided against that for right now. Just because we want to focus on being the Florida Panthers coach. So we are currently slipped all the way back into last place in the East, or tied for last place with Buffalo. So we could actually be looking at another high draft pick the way how this year is going. Game with Luongo, we lose 3-2, but we are still getting badly outshot. Only 17 shots on net. So what is our current strategy in global tactics? Variable, offensive risk taking, normal, tempo. Let's move our tempo to high. And we're going to go a little more high risk on the offensive. I know Jeff is screaming somewhere right now going, "What are you doing? Don't do that. You're getting beat." But you know what? It's time for us to try something different. It's not working the way how we're currently going. And Peter Holland and Mark Arcabello are on waivers. Neither player is someone who we really want. Curtis Lazar, is out 5 months. We've been fairly fortunate, knock on wood, that we haven't had any really bad injuries yet this year, knock on wood. Big trade between the Predators and Golden Knights. Philip Forsberg in a 6th-round pick. Ooh. Go to Vegas. Wow. For Calvin Pickard and Nate Schmidt. That is a big trade. I guess Nashville must be... I got to look at Nashville's goaltending. Maybe Pekka has kind of started to take a little bit of a dive. And so I guess we are in December now, so let's take a look at the development report. Everybody's going up except for Pavel Datsyuk. Oh, that's disappointing. Maxim has gone down to 1.5 star talent, 1.5 star potential. Oh, you know what? He was that. I was thinking of Dennis Malgin. No, you're not usually going to see big changes here. It's more little ones. And that's how I was just seeing if somebody changes 1/2 star type thing. Like, no, not seeing anybody move up yet. And that's fine. More importantly, we see everybody going up. That's what we kind of like to see here. Nashville. Okay, so they had Jean-Francois Berube. Who was their other goalies? Nashville's American Hockey League affiliate is... Who is their national or their AHL affiliate? I am drawing a complete blank. Not Bakersfield, not Belleville. Nope. 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 Milwaukee, isn't it? Oh, it's Milwaukee. They do not have much. So their goalie must have retired. Rene, unless they traded him away. Oh, Pekka Rene is in San Jose. Still a 3.5 star goalie. So Nashville traded him to Minnesota. Minnesota flipped him to San Jose for a 2nd round pick. Wow. All right then. Try that again. Luongo, who has 3 wins on the season, loses again to Jonathan Bernier and the Rangers, who recently traded away Henrik Lundqvist. And we just can't seem to find a win right now. And let's see what our owner says. Again, a lot of these, it's not like we're playing that bad. We just can't seem to catch a break. Jake Bean should be back soon. Good to know. Vinny Viola thinks the season is very disappointing, and he's concerned about our managing skills. Oh, wow, we've dropped all the way to half star. Okay, let's take a... Could we make a big move? Who is an upcoming free agent? Who? Should we make a play for Erik Karlsson? I'm not saying we're going to get him, but we could make him, try and make him. Let's see what it would cost for us to try and get Erik Karlsson. Ottawa has a weakness at center. We don't have a lot to offer. Okay, we'll start off by offering a couple Swedish rights players. Oh, and if I throw in a first round pick, then also, oh, they'll definitely take that. For them, so if I offer them rights to 2 centers and my first round pick next year, we'll offer the trade, see where we're at. Jerry comes in net here. And we lose again. 3-1. Ouch. Just can't buy a goal. We are in danger of now getting fired as well. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I feel like our team is coming along. I guess the other thing we should maybe try and do is move Mike Matheson. So let's just put him and shop him around, see what. Tobias Lundberg, no, reject. 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 Most teams know and understand he has a big contract. Long contract. So they're not thrilled about giving up a lot. But it's okay to do this just to see what we could get. If not, we might just hold on to him until the trade deadline, put him up and see what happens. Ooh, Mason Appleton's really dropped off. Vegas offers Nicholas Hague. Okay, this one has me interested. 19-year-old Nicholas Hague. And a 6th-round pick. 2-star defenseman. 7 points, 7 points in 26 games apiece. Sorry, he had 8 points, 23 minutes. Minus 11, minus 7. I'm going to make that trade. So we get Nicholas Hague. And we add another 6th-round pick this year. So we get Bean back. I like it. The question is, I kind of want Hague playing, so I think I'm actually... Ooh, do I send Jake Bean down to the minors? That is a tough choice I need to make. We're gonna do right. Oh wait, what? Hague's actually 1.5 stars? Okay, whatever. He's going down then. Alright. And now the changes. I did not think he was that high. Alright. So we've created a little more cap room for ourselves. And we've dumped an 8-year contract. Which we both really did not like, let's be honest. Derek Pouliot is on waivers. 2-star defenseman. But we don't really need another 2-star defenseman. So we're just going to keep moving on. I still kind of like picking up Hague. We get a good, solid prospect defenseman. Oh, man. Jake Bean is back and then immediately gets injured? You serious? He has kidney stones from practice. Ouch. All right. That means Connor Carrick draws back into the lineup. Game versus St. Louis, played out, and we win a game. All right. That is a lot of penalties. Three goals in the second period. Nice. I think our team needs to be shaken up and a little bit scared. Very disappointing start. Ottawa says that's just not a fair deal and you have to offer us more. I don't know. What else could we offer to get Carlson? I don't really want to give up him. throw in one more player, see what happens. Jacob Chikrin gets traded to the Sabres. Or, no, from the Sabres. Oh no, he was traded from the Sabres. Oh. Capitals trade, yes, traded. Oh. How is he in the, why is he in the minors? Crazy. Buffalo has a weakness at center. But they don't want to move Jacob Chikrin. Alright, that's a name we're going to have to watch, though. Minor injury. Datsuk. Okay, he's just slightly hurt. Chikrin is a name we're going to watch, maybe for the trade deadline. Gamers Minnesota. Put Jerry back in net. Submit out, and we lose, giving up 5 goals. And again, all we need to do is get some wins, and I think we'd be fine, but we just can't seem to find a win. And Jake Bean is ready for full contact. Hooray! We're going to try and get to Christmas of 2018. And then I'll probably call it off here. We'll be back Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern during our regular time slot with this game. I will probably advance it much closer to the trade deadline. Still saying no. But it's close to being alright. Alright, what if we throw in... Okay, I'm going to throw in Boston's 3rd round pick. Although, you know what? No, I'm going to give up on this. I really want Jacob Chikrin now that I know he's on the Sabres. Just offer it to see if we can get it started. And we lose versus Craig Anderson's Colorado Avalanche. Goody Creative says probably going to get fired by the time our picks won't become of any use. You know what? We said that last year during our Detroit Red Wings stream, and that worked out just okay. And if I have to turn on not being fired, or if I get fired and then rehire, that's what we'll do. I don't like doing that, but there's nothing wrong with what I've done with this team. I mean, all I've done is just build it better than it was. We can rebuild it. Jake Bean is almost 100%, but he's not quite there. Let's leave him out until he does get healthy. Luongo's in net. We start and we lose 6-3. So we went high tempo. Maybe it's time to go low tempo. Reaction to the trade Buffalo. We don't want to move him. Oh, we're not going to be able to get him right now then. But we'll see where that's at in a month. What I am going to do to try and remember is put Chikrin on our Adam to our short list. Bean is back, so who's coming out of the lineup? Garrick. Datsuk is back healthy. Nando Eggenberger keeps scoring. Check the front office one more time, see if anyone's on trade block. Nobody of really note right now. I'm just going to put Datsuk on the trade block right now. See what happens. Not really intending to trade him, but... And we lose 2-0. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Roster. Change our mind. He's not going to be on the trade block. Not yet, anyways. He will be as we get closer to the trade deadline. I'm going to move to... No, we're going to stay at high risk, and we're going to move our tempo to low. And see if we can start slowing down some games. Because we're obviously getting goals. We're just giving up too many. So we need to figure out a better way to come at this. Game versus the Islanders, send it out, and we actually win that game 5-4. All right. We go up 4-0 in the first period. Excellent. And then we score a power play goal. Awesome. Nando Eggenberger continues to score. This guy looks like a goal scorer in every sim. He stays fairly low. He's only at half a star though, so just kind of have to watch that. And let's see. Nothing big yet. Chuck Fletcher is threatening to be fired by Minnesota. All right, so at least it's not just us. That is also key. And Vancouver, Travis Green may get fired. Game versus Tampa Bay, perfect time to get here as he's hurt. Send the game out, and we lose in overtime. All right, that's okay. 4-3 loss. Okay, apparently us slowing the game down seems to have worked a little bit. We still give up 44 shots here, but our team is playing significantly better. And we actually tied her up in the third period, scoring 2 goals. Awesome. And Guy Boucher is getting threatened now. And Colorado fires their coach. That's not a good sign for us. So let me see here. Let me see. For Max Domi, new Avalanche coach is Dallas Eakins. All right, game versus Washington here. Sim it out, and we win. All right. And Mozikin scored again. Awesome. Awesome. And so game versus the Islanders again. Flyers may make a coaching change. Lots of teams in jeopardy. So I guess the good news is at least it's not just me. And we win again. All right. Uh, 4-2 win. 4-3 win. Oh. Okay, good, good. Tippett has a hat trick. Awesome. Very worrisome when I see messages saying pop up after game. All I think is injuries. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 injuries. And so it looks like we hit Christmas at 12, 19, and 5. All right, let's push this right to January. We're already over time. Let's get right to it there. And Carolina, game going again, sim it out. Longo loses versus a stealing hot Cam Ward. We give up 52 shots on net. Ouch. That is us getting wickedly destroyed. That is the only word for that. 12, 20, and 5 now for 29 points. We are now 4 points clear and currently in the bottom. Across the league, LA is tied with us and Colorado is just barely ahead of them. So we're still not the worst team in the league yet. We're tied for worst. But tied means we're not alone. All right. And the Flyers fire Dave Haxtell. All right. Oh, you know what? Let me just go back here. So Jared McCann's ready. Hunter Shinkaruk only has 2 assists. How does Lucas Walmart do? He's got 3 assists. You know what? Shinkaruk is coming out, and we're going to put McCann in. And send the game out, and we lose again, 4-0. Man, 2 straight games against Columbus, we've lost 4-0. And Walmart got hurt with a knee contusion. Yes, I can see he is hurt. I will deal with it later. Well, I'm going to make a move for Jacob Chikrin probably in January, see if they're ready to move him yet. Player poll results. McDavid is the best skater, hardest shot Brent Burns, smartest Joe Pavelski, toughest is Mark Borowitzki, who is on our team. Woo! Fastest Connor McDavid, best role model Henrik Zetterberg, cleanest Marcus Johansson, toughest goalie to beat Braden Holtby, and coach you'd most likely to play for Mike Babcock. Again, I'm not sure. I believe that last one. And so we sim to January 1st. And that way we get to see what our development reports are. And this is where we will end the stream. And Minnesota Fires are GM. Let's see. Only Roberto Luongo went down. Nando Eggenberger, 58 points in 33 games. Nothing major changes here. But again, not really expecting it. So, take a look at our owner confidence. Oh, kind of yellow. That's a little bit higher than it actually was. I'm just gonna. Oh, we have an injured player just because, of course, we do. Replace with Shinnkirk. Great lines. And we'll just sim through this game so we have an idea. We're gonna put Jerry in net to play his former team. And we lose 5-2. Only getting 14 shots on net. Ouch. Alright. Thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. But we also occasionally do other streams, such as this one. All of our videos are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. You can reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. And you can find us on our own private Discord channel. If you want a link, it was recently posted on our Facebook page. You can find it on our website. And, oh, that's not good. And our website, of course, is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner. It'll take you to our official forums. We can talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, or MLB Manager. And with that, I think we are kind of it and done. So we'll be back on Wednesday with this game, and I will have advanced it probably up closer to mid to late February, so we're close to the trade deadline. Thank you, Gudu and Solam McKnight, as well as Skip, for coming out and watching the stream, as well as others who have not talked.